What's up, guys? Coming back real quick. I wasn't going to do another video. I just did a trade example. You can watch that on our YouTube channel. But I wanted to come back because something really interesting happened here. We got our point for our last trade example in this area here. And I said that I expected it to really break down, and it really did. More than I thought it would all in one move. It hit this level, and that's where we got our point for our trade example. And then it came all the way down here, this big move right here. Now what we got going on here is we found some type of resistance or support, and now we're kind of flagging back up. So what we're going to look for is a little bit of a move up here or a breakdown below these levels. We do look for this to go even lower. Now there's a few ways to play this. One, you want to play the break of the flag. It's going to come up, so you want to catch whenever it breaks this level. Up here, it should be around here. Second, you could play it at the low of the sideways action here, or you can play it on the break of this low. Now, the way that I would like to play it is the break of these sideways candles here. Well, the main reason of that is that once we break here, let's see here, we have a few ticks before we get to the low. So if I get in up here and it comes here and it stalls for a double bottom, I have plenty of time and room to get out with a break-even trade or a small loss. So I believe that's the most optimal. Whereas if you get out here at the low, it's either going to break out and you're going to win, or it's going to come back on you and fail. I mean, that's pretty much it. And the break of the flag is the same thing. You have some room to get out, but it's just not a very confirmed break. This break below these levels will be more of a distinct move for me. So anyways, if I do upload this video, I'm going to pause it for now and come back and show you what happens once it goes sideways and starts to flag like this. What's up, guys? Popping back on here real quick. I just wanted to show you that I did enter a buy stop here to go short. So when we break this level here, we will get knocked into the market and we'll be in our trade. I'll try to film it if the market doesn't move too fast, but the only way I'm going to move this right now is if the trade fails or it really flags up here high enough. Because if it flags up here high enough, I want to get a better entry as it breaks down. Because if it gets all the way up to here, you can assume that it'll at least come down to here and test this level here. So at that point, we'd have room to get out, and I really want to make sure that I get the best entry. So I just wanted to come back and show you that I did enter my stop here, and I'll come back if the trade gets moving. All right, I didn't get it, but we were knocked into our trade here. Like I showed you a little bit ago, I had the stop at 1996.50. So we were knocked into the trade here on this break right here, and we're looking to get all the way down to 1995.50. So I'm going to do my buyback stop here, and we'll set that. So if this comes down to 1995.50, we'll get our point and we'll be out of this trade. Now the interesting thing here is the low that we just created is at 1996. So we need to go 2 ticks beyond the low, the previous low here on this big red candle. So basically we need one more leg down on a breakdown. So let's see what happens. And I'm just kind of watching it here, seeing if it's going to sputter out here at the low and create a double bottom. That's the one thing I want to watch. I want to see if it stops here and goes back up, or does it go through that. If it stops and goes back up, then we need to worry about, is it going to stop when it comes up to the 21 EMA or maybe this level. If it goes through it, we should be good to go. If it kind of sputters around here, we want to watch and see if it continues down. So I'm just waiting to see. I'm hoping that it'll at least touch it, and then we'll kind of know what we need to do next. But it should keep going. I have a feeling that it's going to continue down. We really got some good downward movement here. And this little flag right here, I wished it would have came up a little further, because the more it drifts, the better the break usually. But we still have drifted up a little bit here, and this was a nice break on it. So let's see. Okay, we hit the low right there. So now we're going to look and see, is this going to be a double bottom, or is it going to continue through this low right here of 1996 even? And we're only 2 ticks away. for getting our point and this being a successful trade. I'm just going to let the recording roll here for a minute because it's still moving. If it takes too long, I'll pause it and try to come back, and we'll see how this turns out. And there we go. That was a quick drop, and we got out of our trade. So that was another 1-point trade, and it looks like it did pass. Nope, it hit it exactly right. And there it goes. It broke down to 1995.25. So we're actually a tick past our trade, and there it goes further and further. We are almost a point. We are a point past our original buyback. So that was an easy trade. And honestly, if you wouldn't have had the buyback stop, you were just at your computer playing it by ear, going with what you see, you definitely could have had 2 points on that trade, if not a couple more ticks than what we started looking for, which is the 1 point. So there you go, guys. That's another trade right there in the overnight session that was definitely successful. We got way more than our point, but for the trading videos and my strategy, I'm taking 1 point. You could have had more. Great examples for the overnight. We're really moving. You don't usually get this kind of movement overnight. Not until maybe 2, 3 a.m. here in the central time zone, the market starts to move again. But a lot of the overnight from 5 to 2 a.m. is just kind of sideways, small moves. So this is really nice, actually. I'm glad we got this to show you a couple of trades actually live. So that's it, guys. Check out the other video if you haven't already, and I hope this helps.